Weapon is called the foil, all right? Traditionally, this was a teaching weapon only. It didn't ever see actual combat use, and except in the absolute last ditch, this is a piece of metal that I need to use to defend myself. While we enjoy stabbing our friends, we don't enjoy hurting our friends. That kind of ends poorly with trips to the hospital. Our next is, it's the epee. It's got a flat triangular blade. Your sword has more structural stability to it while making it a much lighter blade. With the saber, you can see that it's actually got a knuckle guard that covers your fingers. This is because the saber, the collegiate saber is a reproduction of another teaching weapon for the cavalry saber, which has a lot of sweeping motions that come through and generally would hit you directly on the knuckles if you got a really bad shot. Now, those are our 3 light weapons. Basically what those are is, those are our beginning weapons. We use those as training tools so that our students understand all the basics of what we're doing. With the dagger, it is not who wins, it's who loses least. When you fight with dagger, you tend to lose an arm, a leg, your dignity, you know, little inconsequential things like that. Our next general weapon that we ask our students to work on is called the rapier. Now this is, for all intents and purposes, a real sword. There's nothing fake, there's no showmanship about this blade. All that has been changed is the edges have been ground down so that they're flat, and the tip has been cut off and covered with a much heavier guard tip. The guards are, as you can see, generally a lot more elaborate, because at that point, you're fighting an opponent that is skilled enough to be able to make the little shots in between all these things, but you're also going to be using it to catch your opponent's blade and direct it away from you a lot more often. So these are called our wasters. Basically, these are plastic. These are not something you will find in Kmart, Walmart, Target, etc. These are not your regular toy swords. These are specifically built for us to fight with. If you can see on some of this, all the damage on the blade is because these are being fought against the steel blades, and they withstand it very well.